Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Tiffany, and today we are kicking off our month with Marilyn with the classic noir film, Niagara. Okay, so before we get started, I wanted to shout out my Golden Oscar patrons. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon squad and supporting the channel. And for those of you who want to become a patron, I have the link in the description box below, and I also have it on my banner on the channel's homepage. Okay, so Niagara was released in 1953, directed by Henry Hathaway, starring Marilyn Monroe, Joseph Cotten, and Jean Peters, with other notable performances by Max Showalter and Richard Allen. On to a quick synopsis of the film. As two couples are visiting Niagara Falls, tensions between one wife and her husband reach the level of murder. Ooh, so this is a murder mystery. Okay, I'm excited to watch this. So at this point, we are going to get into some historical background. For those of you who want to jump right onto the film reaction, go for it. But for those of you who want to stay, we're going to get right into it. And also, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be adding just a few more facts about Marilyn. So, Norma Jean was born on June 1st, 1926 at the Los Angeles General Hospital. And in the first 15 years of her life, she was in and out of different orphanages due to her mother's mental health issues. So by 1946, she had already had two name changes. One with the marriage to her first husband, James Dougherty, who she later divorced, and the second with the birth of her stage persona, Marilyn Monroe. So Marilyn was becoming Hollywood's new it girl after appearing in films such as The Asphalt Jungle, Monkey Business, and All About Eve. But the films that she starred in 1953 is really what solidified her status in Hollywood. So now a little bit into the film Niagara. So Charles Brackett, the producer of Niagara, really wanted to create a film centered around the gorgeous scenery of Niagara Falls. With that being said, he called upon Walter Reich and Richard Breen to write the screenplay for this film. Now, Reich and Breen wrote this screenplay with the idea that Marilyn Monroe was already going to be cast as Rose Loomis. So they really allowed her to have a chance to showcase her acting skills, because prior to this, Marilyn didn't have any experience with dramatic acting, and she really wanted to get into dramatic acting because she really wanted to be taken seriously as an actress. They wrote the character of Rose Loomis in a way that would showcase Marilyn's acting talents rather than exploiting her. So, because Marilyn didn't have any prior experience with dramatic acting, she was still considered a high-risk factor to the production. So what they did was they tried to make Rose Loomis into more of a supporting role against Jean Peters' leading lady. However, once they started really fleshing out the screenplay, they soon realized that Rose Loomis was going to be a central character in the film of Niagara. And if we know anything about Marilyn Monroe, there was already this idea that she was going to be a showstopper. Now on to some interesting facts. During this time, Marilyn had still been under contract with 20th Century Fox on a fixed salary, meaning that she did not make as much as her co-stars. In fact, she made less than her makeup man. And that's despite being in a lead role in this film. And finally, this film holds the record for the longest walk in cinematic history at 116 feet of film. I'm really excited to see this movie, but before we do, y'all already know the deal. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. Alright everyone, it is time to grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and let's get into Niagara. This is beautiful. I'm so excited to watch Marilyn Monroe act. Like literally, I've never seen her act before. So I'm super excited to kind of see like how she acts and like her stage presence. I don't know, I'm just excited.
Why should the falls drag me down here at 5 o'clock in the morning? To show me how big they are and how small I am?
Ooh, there's Joseph Cotten! Oh, I really am excited to see him act in this, just because I think this is our third film with him, so I'm super excited to see him in this. It's Marilyn! Look at her! Oh my god! That's crazy! Man, he looks like he's been through some things. I love the lighting on her. Just by the lighting right there, you definitely feel the element of film noir, right? Because it's like everything is kind of shadowy, and then you have that one like striking light on the actor. Already get the film noir feel.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What is your destination in Canada?
Niagara Falls.
How long do you plan to be here?
3 days.
Honeymooners?
That's right.
I can see why now people go to Niagara Falls for honeymoon. I remember asking you guys about that, but now I see why, because it's beautiful. And somebody in the comments said it was right next to Buffalo, so it's like super easy to kind of, for people living in New York, it's super easy to just cross the border. Yeah, I definitely can see why now.
That isn't liquor you have in that case under your coat, is it?
Books. I'm going to catch up on my reading.
Reading.
He's like, reading on a honeymoon. He's like, I don't think you're gonna have time to read, Sonny.
We're the Cutlers.
We wired for reservations.
Oh, yeah.
Say, has there been a call from me?
Your call? Nope.
Then I'd better phone over and tell him I'm here. Why don't you have him show you the cabin, honey?
Oh, I already get that like vacation sense. I don't know why this film is giving me like vacation vibes. Like just going to your hotel, checking in, like unloading your stuff, relaxing for the day. I'm really getting that vibe from this scene right here.
I'm awful sorry about the cabin. My husband hasn't been feeling too well. Well, like last night, he suddenly got up and wandered around somewhere at 3 or 4 o'clock. I was frantic. So
I've seen like little clips of Marilyn, and just in the way that she acts, like she's very like bubbly, and like she uses her face and like her lips and the breathy voice to really put on this persona of Marilyn. And it's so cool to see her like that, but you get that feel like it's not as bubbly as you would usually see her, you know? There's kind of an edge to it almost. And I wonder if that's because also this is more of like a darker type film, but it's just so interesting to see that she's still Marilyn. She's still putting on this persona, but she's doing it that in a way that fits for this movie. It's so interesting to see her act.
that's all right. We'll take another cabin. Thanks for being so nice. I sure appreciate it. I've got to run down to the market while George is asleep. I wonder, would you keep an eye out for him?
Of course.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I can't believe, like, this is Marilyn Monroe. Oh my God, it's so weird to see her, like, move. I know that sounds really strange, but, like, usually I'm used to seeing her in all these stills and all these photos and a couple clips here and there where she's, like, waving and smiling for cameras. But to see her work and to see the way that she moves about the set, like, it sounds really dumb, but she's human. And you forget that when you see her being praised as an icon, like she's still a human being. It sounds so weird, but to see her move as a human being is just the strangest thing. It sounds crazy, but it really is strange. They're so excited to be in Niagara. Oh my gosh. What a cute little couple. Aww. This reminds me of The Office when Jim and Pam get married. Spoiler alert for those of you who haven't seen The Office. But when Jim and Pam get married and like they have like their wedding, like their secret wedding at Niagara Falls, but then they go back to the wedding where everyone else is. That's what this reminds me of. They're so close to the falls. Ooh! She's kissing someone who isn't her husband. What is she doing with another man? Oh my goodness.
What's the matter? I was coming down.
Didn't that Mrs. Loomis say she was going shopping?
Yeah, why?
Well, she sure got herself an armful of groceries. Come on.
Well, she sure got herself an armful of groceries. Ain't that the truth?
Rose, did you get the cigarettes?
Didn't I give them to you?
No, you didn't.
They're in my coat pocket then.
I feel like that scene of Rose in the shower where we get just a tidbit of her body, I feel like that's kind of racy for the 1950s. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like that was a little racy, even though it was, I mean, you weren't really seeing anything. You were just seeing like this silhouette of her. It's not something I've seen in a film, especially from the early 1950s. So very interesting. He's like, why were you at the scenic tunnel without me?
A bunch of kids must have checked in. Sounds good to hear a laugh for a change.
Ew, how tall is Joseph Cotton? I feel like Marilyn and I were the same height. I think I'm 5'4", but Joseph Cotton must be tall. Oh, I love the style of the 1950s.
On Thursday.
You are? Come on.
Oh my God, I love Ray Cutler. He's such an attentive husband.
Get out the fire hose.
Oh my God, look at her in that dress. She looks fantastic. And that fuchsia, like pink color, definitely working it. Oh my God, and her body was so perfect.
Would you mind playing this?
Yeah, sure thing, lady.
Hey everyone, Editing Mia here. I just wanted to point out this scene. There's a moment where she almost looks nervous. And I kept thinking to myself, the character of Rose Loomis does not seem like the type to get nervous. So I wondered to myself, is this a sliver of Norma Jean? Not even Marilyn, but Norma Jean kind of slipping out of her persona for a second. If you guys didn't know, she struggled a lot with stage anxiety. So I wonder if this was a point where she was experiencing some of that stage anxiety. And then in almost a second, you see that she immediately turns back on the persona. It's very subtle, but if you look, you can see it. It's super interesting.
You kind of like that song, don't you, Mrs. Loomis?
There isn't any other song.
She's literally shining on screen. She's literally shining on screen. Like the light is literally coming off of her. This is insane. Wow. It is so cool to watch her work.
Perfection.
And that's her singing. Like you can just tell just the breathiness of the voice. That is her voice. Like it's not dubbed. She was so talented. Oh my God. Wow. That was so random. Why would you come out and break the record? What?
Brought you some mercurochrome for your hand. I'm Polly Cutler.
I suppose she sent you to find out if I cut it off. Well, tell her I didn't.
I am definitely getting that dejected, like this man who's kind of lost his lust for life, like a very dejected character. Already getting that from Joseph Cotten, just from his facial expression.
I guess it was silly what I did. But that song, she didn't tell you about that, I bet. She didn't tell you where she first heard it or with who. Well, she didn't tell me either.
Oh, so that song is not theirs. That's why he's so jealous of it. Whoa, that's why he broke it. That makes sense.
I met her in a big beer hall. She was the most popular waitress they had. Well, she'd like everybody to believe I'm crazy. Occupational therapy.
Poor guy. This poor man, George Loomis, is going through some serious stuff, man. It feels like he's had just a string of bad luck in his life. And so that's where we kind of get that dejected character with no lust for life, you know? Yeah, definitely understand that one.
I'd like to know what time the buses leave tomorrow for Ottawa.
You got the wrong number.
That wasn't for me.
Nope, someone asking for that bus terminal.
Hello. You called.
Who is this man? Wow, he's really handsome with like the dark features and the blue eyes. Ooh, he kind of looks like Superman a little bit.
He just made a big row in front of everyone. After this, nothing's going to surprise anyone. Be at the place as soon as it opens.
Okay, kid.
Good luck, darling.
Ooh, so she is planning something for her husband. I can only assume murder.
I'm going to buy you the slinkiest, meanest, laciest evening gown they've got.
Georgie, this is quite a change. What brought this on?
You know what?
Oh, in this scene, we get to see kind of Marilyn's playfulness, you know, like I said, she's so natural on screen. And it's like, her performance is not forced. It's very, like, she's so confident, or at least it seems like she's so confident in herself in this moment. And I just love to see her playfulness in this.
You're getting all dressed up to go out and buy tickets. Where are you
Man,
going?
he's so jealous.
Here we go again. Sure, I'm meeting somebody, as long as he's a man. Build your Maxwell. I'll be back.
They seem so happy. Like, literally like 5 minutes ago. Ooh, and he followed her. He knows something shifty's going on. Oh, and he's whistling their song. So that's the man that, like, okay. I get it now. That is her lover that she, I'm assuming, wants to be with, and she wants to kill. Why would you want to kill George Loomis? Why not just divorce him? I don't know. Beyond me. Oh, man. If everything okay, you'll hear the bell tower play our song, See You in Chicago. So they really are they are planning to literally kill her husband and run away together.
Now, swing around and get a profile.
That's so cute. They're such a cute couple.
Come on, Polly, profile.
They're such an innocent couple, too.
That's it.
I feel like Jean Peters kind of reminds me of, you know, the advertisements that used to be in the 1950s with like that really pretty woman with a nice white smile and the really red lips. She looks like that woman from the advertisement. It's always the same like face. And she literally has that face.
I'm sorry, but have you seen my husband?
No, I haven't.
I shouldn't have left him alone, especially after last night. He was so upset and everything. Well, you saw it.
So she's like stringing this as if to say that he had either been in an accident or he maybe have done something to himself. That's the way she's spinning this. Dang! That's cold, bro. That's cold.
Oh, Sam, bring in the missing persons file.
All right, sir. A man called George Loomis. A transient. You got a call at 4. People named Cutler phoned in for his wife.
I really love that they decided to set this sinister story or the sinister plot of murder against this gorgeous, scenic location, but also this really like yellowy, you know, happy, romantic lighting pattern. It's very interesting.
Oh, my name is Starkey. I work at the police station.
Where is he? You know something about my husband?
Tell me, Mrs. Loomis, is there any chance he could have come here today?
Here? He hates the falls.
She is straight up running game on this police officer. She knows good and well where her husband is.
Ever seen these before?
They're his. But why is everyone standing around? Look for him!
Will you people take her home?
Sure.
I feel kind of bad because this Cutler couple is kind of roped into this murderous plot to kill her husband. I feel bad for them because they're literally just a couple that wanted to see Niagara for their delayed honeymoon. And now they're unknowingly in this plot.
You've been very kind, but thanks. I'd rather walk.
Ooh, look at the way she changes her facial expression. She went from worried wife to absolute manipulator. Villainess. Oh, there's the long walk scene. Oh man, that was awesome. Though I feel like there was a longer walk in the Third Man. Now I don't know if they stitched film together to make that look like one cohesive scene, or they just shot it all in one. But I feel like that walk scene was a lot longer than this walk scene. Oh, they're searching for a body. Ooh, they found something. Oh my goodness.
We're running down to the
man. Poor George, man. They're definitely doing the same thing that they did in Lawrence of Arabia, where they have all these beautiful wide shots of this gorgeous scenery in Niagara Falls, and they're letting their audience get a nice view of it. I really like that they're doing that. Like, they really are taking use of their scenery and telling this story through their imagery, and I really appreciate that.
Mrs. Loomis, do you identify this body as that of your husband, George Loomis?
Oh my god. Poor thing. That must be really hard.
Cinch to see you belong to the Shredded Wheat family. I'm just Kettering.
Oh, no. Well, this is very sweet of you. They're just lovely. Thank you. Isn't my husband back yet?
Jean Peters reminds me of Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing. She reminds me of her so much.
Before we're through, you'll see the Cave of the Winds, Goat Island, the Old Fort, and we're going to get in some of the best fishing you ever did. Just wait till you see that little boat of ours.
Now, look, Kettering, look.
Wow, Mr. Kettering is low-key kind of exhausting. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love his exciting energy, but I would just feel so drained after that encounter.
Oh, not that way, Mrs. Cutler. I put your things in cabin B. And I told your husband I'm not going to charge you 1 cent more. You waited long enough.
Thank you.
The key's in the door.
Ew, he put them in cabin B. That's kind of freaky. Like after the events, and now they have to stay in the cabin that this man who is now murdered has been staying in. Ooh, it's a nice scenery. Oh, it's George Loomis. That's why she fainted, because it was her lover that was dead. Oh my goodness. What a twist. Oh my god, and he thinks that it's her in the bed. He's gonna try and kill her. Oh my god.
Polly! He's alive. He was standing right here looking at me.
Who was looking at you?
Mr. Loomis.
She literally just saw a man that she thought was murdered in her cabin.
Hello, police department. Will you put me through to Mr. Starkey, please? I've got to talk to him. It's about Mr. Loomis. Yes.
I definitely like he doesn't look, in his face, he doesn't look angry. It's almost like a deep sorrow on his face. And I really love that that is what he's portraying rather than like anger. Because I feel like the sorrow really does tell us more about his character, and that he really is, you know, struggling at this point in his life to really just find the meaning of living, right? So yeah, I really appreciate Joseph Cotten, because he just knows how to do film noir so well. He's a very good actor.
Polly, come on down.
Oh man, there he is. I don't know if they're using like a dub over of the sound of Niagara Falls, or if they're using the sound that they captured at that point that they were shooting. Either way, I really like what it's doing for this scene. Oh, don't run, it's so slippery. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my god! I told you that is a... No. You would not catch me on that thing. Mm-mm. You see how easily that wooden thing just broke like that? Mm-mm. I'm good. No, I don't think he wants to kill her.
You killed that man.
What was I supposed to do? He came after me with a wrench. Let me stay dead.
Take your hands off me.
Oh, so he wants to stay dead. So, okay, so George wants to stay dead. He doesn't want people to know that he's alive so that he can get away. Got it. Musical requests. Poor thing. She's like, he's alive. So he's the one who was playing the music, the song. Because who else would know, right? Ooh, she knows. He's basically like, I'm coming for you.
The doctor says only panic or fear could have broken through that drug. But what could have scared her so much that she came to and skipped?
Skipped?
Yes, skipped. Gone. Disappeared in the hospital.
Ooh, she escaped the hospital? Heck yeah, she did. She's out of there. She's like, my husband is coming to kill me. Because he knows that I had my lover try to kill him.
I bought 2 tickets for Chicago. Can I have a refund on one?
I feel like if you look super closely as you're watching Marilyn, you see little moments when she kind of drops the Marilyn persona and like Norma Jean kind of comes out. It's ever so slight, and you'll miss it if you're not really looking. But there's just hints and just moments when she drops Marilyn and she kind of comes out like she's like herself again. And it's very interesting to watch it, because like you're so used to seeing like the breathy tone in the eyes, but there's just slight moments when you see her true self. You really see Norma Jean. It's very interesting.
Well, what is it? Are we leaving, or are they going to keep us here all day?
They say there's going to be a little delay. The police are checking up on everybody's identification. They're looking for some dame. The bus will make up for lost time once we get started.
Okay, so the bus is now not an option. So now she has to find some other way to get the heck away. Which is crazy, because it's like I'm rooting for the woman who literally originally had the plan to kill her husband. Which is strange, right? I should be like, yeah, serves you right. But I'm like, no, you need to get away from him. It's very strange. Oh, that's her husband. He found her. Oh, man, I'd be running. Run away. She's like quickening her pace. Still walking like Marilyn, though. I was gonna say this definitely is a different side of Marilyn, because again, we're so used to like the bubbly, lighthearted, like smiling at the cameras and all the eyes and the breathy tone and the lips, and we're all used to that. But this really is a different side of her. Like, we're really seeing her acting skills at play here, and I really like that we get to see this different aspect of Marilyn, because it tells us that she was multifaceted. She wasn't just like a sex icon. She was also, first of all, a human being, and then an actress, like an actual person who wanted to act. So it's really nice to see her in this different role.
Hello, hello, please.
She's trying to put quarters in the freaking... She's trying to put quarters in this telephone. She ain't got time to do that. She needs to run. Oh my God, he's so chilling. And he's chilling because he's not running after her. He's like, his pace is quickened, right? But like, he's still like, it's almost as if he's saying like, I got you, right? Ugh. It makes it more like chilling. Oh my God, he definitely is stronger than you, babe. Ooh. You know, some of the imagery in this film kind of reminds me of Pulp Fiction a little bit. Like just the lighting and set against the color. It really reminds me of Pulp Fiction. Oh. And the chilling silence. Oh, and she falls. He killed Rose. No. But also, she was going to kill him first, so I kind of get it.
I loved you, Rose. You know that.
There definitely is like a sadness to this scene because she died so young.
Come on, kids, we haven't got all day. Those fish are just dying to get at our bait.
I feel bad for him because his wife was trying to kill him. This type of film is like, who really is the bad guy? Who really is the good guy? Like, who do you root for? Who do you turn against? There's not really one or the other, you know? Oh, it's Polly. Oh my God, and she's gonna get back on the boat.
Get off the boat!
You're insane! You must be insane!
Ooh, she hit... Ooh, yeah. Oh, she's out. Oh, no.
Hey!
Man, he took away... Oh, my God. He took off with Polly, bro. That's it.
You turn this boat around.
She's like, get away from me.
Go back to the police and give yourself up.
I can't. Not anymore. I killed Rose.
Like I said, he's not doing this out of, like, anger and rage. It's just bad circumstances that he's found himself in, you know? And you really see that on his face. Ooh, they got the boat police after them. Oh, no.
He isn't crazy enough to head downstream, is he?
He's heading downstream. Oh, no. Towards the falls. Oh, no. And the boat just ran out of freaking gas. So they're going downstream, have no way to steer the boat towards the falls. Whose fault was that, really? Whose fault was that?
Must be some gas on board.
I don't think so.
She's gonna try and swim? Oh no, baby. You ain't gonna make it far. I'm like, swimming out of that is even worse than being on a boat out of that. I do love though how they're using the sounds of the water crashing on the boat and crashing on the actors, and like the natural sound of the water falling at the falls, all this to heighten the intensity of this scene. Like every single time the water crashes, my heart like skips a beat. I'm like, what's gonna happen next, you know? Ooh, they're getting the helicopter. Oh my God, they're getting so close. Oh, but at least they're coming to a rock. So the boat kind of can stop for just a second at least. Maybe someone can get off of it? I don't know. Oh, he's gonna put her on the rock. See, he never wanted to hurt her. That branch is really thin. Oh man, poor thing. She's probably terrified out of her mind. That would have been such a scary experience. And that's the story of George and Rose Loomis. Wow. Man, I feel bad for the Cutlers. They literally were just trying to go to Niagara Falls and have a nice little, you know, honeymoon together. And then she almost ends up dying.
I know you've seen enough of the Falls for one trip.
Oh, yeah.
Don't cross us off your list. Goodbye.
Goodbye and my thanks.
And that is it. I liked the film. For the most part, it was a really good film. The only thing that I would want to see a little differently is just that ending scene. It was a little anticlimactic just because there was no like pop, you know, like right when everything's about to just, you know, there was nothing really there. But apart from that, I think that it was a well acted film. Marilyn shined on screen. It was so interesting to see her act in this. Well, really act at all, because I hadn't seen her act prior to this. So it was very interesting to see her act. And then kind of we got to see like a different side of Marilyn. Like she wasn't as bubbly and as, you know, as playful as she usually is. So it was very interesting to see her in this role. I loved the utilization of the light. Like the lighting was so beautiful, especially against the Technicolor. It was so beautiful. I loved the lighting. I think I'm going to give this film a 6 out of 10. It was a good film. I just wish that ending scene had a little bit more like oomph or a little bit more like intensity. So you're like, oh my God, he's really going over the edge. But other than that, yeah. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. All right, everyone, that does it for this video. As always, if you liked it as much as I did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. Alright, so in the next video, we are going to be continuing our month with Marilyn by watching one of her most iconic films, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. I'm so excited to watch this film. I've only seen like little scenes here and there from it, so I'm super excited to watch it in its entirety. If you haven't seen Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, I suggest you check it out on YouTube, watch it in its entirety, or just check out a quick synopsis of it online. Then come back with all your movie facts and your movie insights, and we are going to talk about it in the comments. I'm so excited. If you have any suggestions of any classic Hollywood films, please check out that recommendation form. I have it in the description box below, and it is on my banner on the channel's homepage. Also, you can just recommend it in the comments too. I always read the comments, so you can go ahead and recommend it there. All right, everyone. As always, thank you so much to all of the subscribers and all of the viewers. You guys make this experience so much fun. Please stay safe and healthy out there, everyone, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye, everybody.